Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for choosing to watch my videos. If you're new here today, my name is Betty. Welcome to Betty AZ YouTube channel. And while you're there, you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Let's keep growing. Road to 100,000 subscribers, guys. Almost time to bring that silver button home. I cannot wait. This is a dream. Oh my God. Even where we are, this far we have come. This is, this is good. This is great. Thank you for your support. And that is why I always come back and say thank you guys for your support. It's because of your love coming back to watch my videos. You make this possible. I appreciate that. And if you are a YouTuber, you're starting your channel, or you've been doing videos and you feel like giving up because your channel is not growing, keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job, and you know what? Just keep giving your best. Yeah. So guys, I'm excited about today's video. We're just gonna talk about things that have been happening out there. And before we jump into today's video, let me remind all my diaspora people that about Tap Send. This is an app that helps you to send money to, I will say, Kenya, because that is where you can use my promo code Betty AZ. If you use my promo code Betty AZ when you're using Tap Send, you'll be able to get $15 extra on your transaction. Guys, the exchange rate, nowadays I don't know what's happening to our economy in Africa, but the exchange rate is really, really good. So you download Tap Send if you haven't downloaded Tap Send, and use it to send money to Kenya using promo code Betty AZ, and you'll be able to get $15 extra. That is almost 2,000 shillings. Yeah, that is so that is good news right there. Yeah, guys, today let's talk about these things. I've been watching a lot nowadays. I don't even watch TV. I can't remember the last time I sat down to watch the news on TV, because as you all know, everything is out there. Everything is out there on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. A lot of people nowadays, they are mostly on YouTube and Facebook. I mean, social media. Tell me, when was the last time you sat down and watched news? Even the local news. Everything you watch it on not everybody, but majority of us, right? Yeah, everything is on social media. Before even the news got it, the social media people got it. And especially when you're on TikTok, a lot of news come on TikTok. And so I have been following this story about the submersible or submarine, this thing that the 5 billionaires used to go under, to see the Titanic. The Titanic, you guys remember the story of the Titanic, or you have watched the story about the 5 billionaires that went down to see the Titanic. And the Titanic left, the accident happened, was it 1912 or what? Oh my God, those were like over 100 years ago, long time ago. And these 5 billionaires, they wanted to go and see it. And remember, they are not the first one that have made that trip to go down. When I heard of the news, I asked myself, oh my God, that is crazy. Why would they take that kind of risk? Why would they pay so much money, $250,000? Oh my God, I'm trying to hold this. Yeah, let me hold it like that. I was asking myself, why would they pay so much money to go see the remains, or the remains of the Titanic, the leftovers, what was left? It's been many years. It's been over 100 years, from 1912 or whatever year it is. It's been so many years. So this is something rusty. There's nothing to see. It's just the rusty metal. Nothing exciting to see. And the fact that they were going down in the ocean, at the depth of the ocean where the Titanic is, they were going to see it not live, not with their own naked eyes. they were to see it on a computer, you know, because it's dark in there. It's dark, dark, dark. You can imagine where the Titanic is, so many feet down. It's dark there. Obviously, they could not see. The submersible had only that one little hole, and they could not see it through that hole. They were to use their cameras to record, and then they see it on the computer in the submersible. And I say to myself, oh my God, they could have Googled it or just watch it online, see how it is. But I came to realize some people are so some people, they are risk takers. Some people, they want to live some people, they want to to have that fame, you know. They want to be known they did that. They want to do those crazy things, and they're not scared of death. Some people, they are not scared of death. These billionaires, some of them have gone into the space, you know. One of that British billionaire, he's gone into space, paying over like $50 million just to go into space. Some people are crazy, and some of them they went down in the ocean, you know, depth of the ocean. It's not their first time. They have explored the places you can never think of. And to the billionaires, they have the money to do all those things. That's why they could afford. To them, it's nothing. 250,000 is nothing. You know, the Pakistan billionaire, they paying with their son. I felt so bad when I heard that the son was resistant, kind of hesitant to go. He was not too sure about the trip. I guess he was thinking about, oh my God, this thing will kill us. But he didn't want to let his father down, because it was Father's Day. It was the weekend of the Father's Day, and he wanted to make his father proud. So that is why he went. He wanted to make his dad happy and go with him in this tin. You know, some people are calling it a capsule, some people are calling it a tin, some people are calling it all sort of names. And this boy wanted to make his dad happy, and that is why he went ahead and joined the 4 men to go down into the depth of the ocean, dark, deep down. So guys, as I say, these people, they are risk takers. A lot of people are making fun of them on TikTok, and they say they paid a ticket to go to die. Let me tell you, nobody can pay a ticket. Nobody pays a ticket to go die. Nobody pays for something they know 100% they'll die. I know they signed the waivers, and the waivers had the word death and many times, and they signed it. You know, they signed it. But the thing is, some people, they don't fear death. Some people, they are not scared of death. Some people, they are not worried about. The thing of dying does not come into their mind. Their mind is focused, and their mind is thinking about what are they gonna find as soon as they get there. What are they gonna find? They are excited about it. They are not worried about, oh my God, what if I die? What if I die taking the risk? They know it's a risk. They know going on that trip is a risk, but they are not so worried about death. Some people are very scared of death. They are worried. They are very scared. You know, the fear of unknown. Some people, they have that. Like me, I have that fear of. For me, anything to do with water, anything to do with height, anything to do with, I can freak out. I am telling you. And even going on a cruise, for me, cruise itself, just knowing that I'm in the middle of the ocean with nothing else around me, it freaks me out. Even going on a flight, you know, taking a flight, flying, that is something that really freaks me out. I get very scared. Every time I'm there, I'm just thinking about, oh my God, now what if, you know, I worry so much. But because you made up your mind, you want to go on this trip, and you've made up your mind, even if you have to send your waiver. Let me tell you, when we are taking flights, when you are flying, you don't sign a waiver, say, chances are you will, to say what if you die. But if anything goes wrong up there, nobody will survive. You know that for sure. Even without signing anything, if anything goes wrong, there is a very high chance that you will not survive. But you still go on a trip. You go to the airports, they are full of people. You go to the ocean, there are people doing all those things. Those guys are not the first guys to go on the submersible, submersible, what do I call it? Little Titan, those are not the first people to go on that kind of trip. They are not the first people to try such kind of scary thing. They are not the first ones. Even today, if you go down the ocean, you will still find people there. I don't know what they go to look for. You find divers, you find all those people trying to explore the ocean. Some people, they just want to explore they talk about, is it 80% of the ocean has never been explored by a human being, and some people they want to leave a legacy. They want to leave, they want to be famous. They want to be known for, they are the one who discovered. There is a whole huge part of the ocean that is not discovered, has never been discovered. And some people, they would rather die, trying to discover and, leave it on the book that they are the ones who did that. That is why if anybody try to convince a billionaire that no, this thing is not safe, this thing has not passed the safety inspection, this thing has not followed the safety guidelines or whatever you call it, this thing is not made with good material, they heard that. I'm sure they were told all those things. I'm sure they heard it from their friends. I'm sure they heard it from people. I'm sure they had people telling them, about the safety of that thing. But they were convinced because they believed the owner of OceanGate. They believed him, and they believed that for sure, this thing is safe, because that was not the first trip. According to my understanding, that was not the first, that submersible, what do you call it? Titan trip to the ocean. It wasn't the first trip. So they were sure, they had faith, and they believed in that guy. They really did. And let me tell you, the guy, the OceanGate guy, he had faith in that thing, because he knew for sure it has taken a trip. It has taken a trip before and it was fine. So he was like, that's why he was excited to join them too. If he knew the thing, that Titan will, it will not make it, he would not have joined the trip. He joined the trip because, oh my God, my tummy is like my tummy is making some noises, because I guess I had a cup of tea. I haven't eaten. I think that's why my tummy is like, ooh, my goodness. If you hear some sounds on this video, just know that is my tummy. My tummy is like, oh my God, you're here talking and you haven't fed me. I'm not a breakfast person. So sometimes I just take a cup of tea and I wait for a little bit, then I eat something. And my stomach is trying to embarrass me in front of this camera. Hey! Anyway, that is human. That is something that happens to all of us. Sometimes our stomachs, I don't know whether we have worms in there or what we have there, they try to embarrass us in front of people. And especially when it's nice and quiet, that is when your stomach starts, Anyway, so these people, they took that trip not expecting death. They were, they did not know that it's gonna implode. They did not know that something will happen to them. They knew they will go down, see the Titanic, come back, and be excited with everybody else. So when I see people, at first when I heard the news, I was like, what? These people, what were they thinking about? I was like, hey, people have. But then when I heard that it imploded and they will never be found anyway. I don't think they'll ever be found, because the fact that when it implodes and then everything goes into, can you imagine the pressure, that water pressure, and then it's freezing cold, the temperature, everything, and then that pressure itself, it just destroys their bodies. their bodies were like, maybe they were blended in like smoothie out there, because obviously because of that water pressure, plus it's freezing cold and the pressure is too high, and then it happened in a matter of seconds. You can imagine what happened to their bodies. They were torn into pieces. They were out there, you know, they piece and pieces out there. Every single piece of their body was thrown like that, because that is a big thing, and it happened in a couple of seconds. So they didn't even realize they are dying. They didn't even feel the pain. They did not even they didn't even have a chance to talk to each other. You can imagine they were sitting there, maybe, who knows, maybe they heard some noises and they were like, what is going on, you know? Maybe they had some conversation between themselves, and before they know it, that's it. So guys, that brought me into this thought of nobody is ever prepared for their death. Nobody ever sees their death coming. You never know. But then when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. No matter how much you can try to escape it, no matter how much you try to, when it's your time to go, if my death is if I'm supposed to die, I mean, no matter what, I will go to where my death is. I will go to where I'm supposed to die. Death is not an accident. I mean, it doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. You know, when people say, oh my God, that is what was not their time, it is their time. It don't just happen. Remember, there was somebody else who had paid for that trip, and then he pulled back. Yeah. He pulled back and he asked for the refund. So when it's not your time to die, you cannot die. But when it's your time to die, it will happen no matter what. Remember the story of this girl that went swimming in, was it Canada? She went swimming, and then after she went swimming, she drowned. She was live on Facebook, and she drowned. Why did she drown? She drowned because she's, oh my God, somebody is knocking my door. She drowned because it was her time. There was nobody there. That she was in a swimming pool by herself, and she happened to drown. She was on live. She drowned. She recorded herself drowning. So guys, that is why I'm trying to say, you will never ever escape. When it is your time to go, it is your time to go. No matter how much you try to escape, no matter how much you want to prepare yourself, no matter how much people are asking, oh my goodness, they pay their ticket to die. No, that was their time, and that is how it was written. There is no way you can convince me that God has not written already our way of dying. That is our way of dying. He is written on his book, Betty, this is where you will die. This is the time that you will die, and this is the hour, and this is the minute. And your death will call you from wherever you are. You know, we have that saying in Kikuyu, we say, when it's your time to die, it will pull you from wherever you are. It will drag you to that place. There will be a need for you to go there. Remember the people who have died in road accidents. Sometimes we ask ourselves, oh my God, why did they go on that trip? And they were warned not to go. They were told not to go. They were warned not to go. And people ask a lot of questions. Those are not the first people that we have had those questions of, why did they decide to go on that trip? Why decide? You know, people ask a lot of questions. Those were not the first one. The girl that died in a swimming pool, people are asking, oh my gosh, she left her friends in the house, and she carried herself and she took herself to that swimming pool, and she decided to swim. So, and she drowned just like that, leaving her friends in the house. Can you imagine? So when it's your time to die, and when it's your time to die, it's your time to die. No matter how much you try to escape it, no matter, oh my God, somebody is knocking my window. I'm trying to finish this video, and this kid is not letting me finish my video. So anyway, when it's your time to go, and it's your time to go no matter what, if you are meant to die in a flight, so you'll die in a flight. If you're meant to die car accident, if you're meant to sleep on the bed and never wake up, there are so many ways to die. There are so many different ways. So no matter what, you cannot escape your death. You will never. There is no way you can escape. Where God says that is where you'll die, That son and the son, the Pakistan billionaire with the son, that is the way it was written, that he will die the same day with his son. He's not the first one, remember, to die with his family. So it happens. It happens. People always ask themselves, why did they go on that trip? We have heard of families that they died, the whole families. We've heard of homes that were on fire. There are so many different ways of going. And there is no way we can escape. The only thing we can do is to pray that may God remove all those. When the thought comes and the thought comes and you want to go somewhere that is where you will die, you just pray to God that let those thoughts not even come. Let it not happen. May God give us many days. May God delete our names. Delete our names from those books of death. By the way, guys, if you're watching this video and you hear me stammering and trying to find some words or translating to the nearest Kikuyu or whatever, just know that I'm not very fluent in English, so I try my best. When you are born and raised in the village and then you come to America, you learn, you start being fluent here. You know me, I'm the kind of girl that went to those high schools that we used to speak. Hey, my stomach! What is wrong with this video? My stomach is grumbling. Somebody's knocking on my window. I can't even have peace doing this video. So I went to those primary schools speaking Kikuyu. Those high schools we used to speak Swahili and Kikuyu in high school. Speaking English, where did I speak English? Here on Betty AZ YouTube video. So you guys understand, when you hear me stammering and struggling to find some correct words, just know that I'm still learning. I'm still learning and I cannot change. That is the way it is with my English and everything, yeah. And I'm so happy because you guys understand me and you guys know where I'm coming from. So yeah, let's not also laugh about this situation, about these guys, because some people are laughing about it. Some people are actually making a lot of jokes about it. You know, oh my God, my stomach. Some people are making a lot of jokes about these stories, and you know, I cannot say like how, you know, on TikTok people are like, oh, this is white people thing, this is white people thing. I know a lot of white people, they are risk takers. They take risks and they do a lot of crazy things. I don't know why. For some reason, a lot of these risk takers are mostly white. I don't know why. I think white people, they are the ones who like to discover. You know, they want to be known, they discover. They want to be the first ones. But we need to understand that these are family they are family people, they are family, they have their family, they are human beings. They lost their wives, their lives, their families are mourning. So there's no need to making fun of them and thinking that they were stupid to go on that trip. Of course, it wasn't the right decision to go on that kind of trip, knowing that that thing has not passed, that submersible has not passed the safety inspection. It is so bad, and it is really, really not the wisest thing to do when you ignore the safety measures, also the safety. Well, let me tell you guys, anything to do with safety is very important. You have to make sure that that thing has been inspected. That submersible had only one button. It was controlled by you know, like Xbox controller. Can you imagine if you tell me that that thing will be controlled by that little Xbox controller? You have to convince me that we're gonna be okay. That was a joke, you know. But all in all I'm trying to say is, you see how death comes. No matter what, even if they were told it was controlled by a remote control, they'll still have gone, because that was their time to die. That was their time, and there's nobody who can convince me it wasn't their time. It was their time, because they were convinced, they were told it's gonna be okay, they believed it, they did not take a no for an answer, they knew it's gonna be okay. The son did not want to go, but he went because of the father. Exactly, because it was his time to die, it was his time to go. Yeah, you cannot escape. I just told you here, you cannot escape your time to die. If God say you're gonna sleep on the bed and never wake up, that will be a time to go. No matter what. You think everybody will die old? You think everybody will die from being sick all week? We've heard of, being sick for months. You think everybody, you know, there are so many different ways of going to the Father, and that was one of them, and it was their time, unfortunately. And may their souls rest in peace. Condolences to their families. I really feel bad about them. Oh, my stomach. It's time for me to go eat. Oh my God, this stomach is embarrassing me. God. I think I must be having minyos in there. Oh my God. Lazima nikuwe na minyoo, 1 or 2 minyos. There is no way I don't have those stomach worms. I'm sure I do. I can feel something moving from one side to the other. Oh my God, guys. My stomach. What are those noises? Huh? It's time for me to do, like, I need to discover. I need to cut my stomach into half and discover and try to see what is in there. What makes those noises? I think what makes those tummy noises is maybe the intestines, you know, mara zinashikana zinaanza like passing the, I don't know. Is it worms? What causes that? Hey, I cannot believe it. And as soon as I'm done with this video, these sounds will disappear. I cannot believe myself. And you know, my microphone is right here. So I'm just trying to imagine. I need to listen to this video before uploading it. If I upload it, just know that I approved it. But if I don't upload it, then forget about it. This video happened. Oh my God, guys. Anyway, so how careful can you be careful? How far can you go towards like being careful when it comes to safety and things like that? Before you go on a trip like this, you have to make sure, hey guys, we have to do our part. No matter, I'm talking about when it's time to die, but also there are things you cannot ignore. When it comes to safety, don't ignore. When it comes to taking trips like this, it's like taking a flight. You hear some noises and you still go on a flight. You know something will happen, definitely, for sure. So always make sure that before you go on any trip, make sure that whatever you're taking, you're not taking a risk that you are 100% sure that this thing is not well. It's like, for example, if you hear your car is making some engine noises or showing you an engine light, and also your car tire is flat, you cannot go on a trip because you know that thing will put you in a ditch. You know something bad can happen. So let's be careful, let's be cautious, let's take this very, very seriously. We have to be careful, yeah, no matter what, no matter how much I'm talking about when it's time to die, we have to do our part also. We cannot just ignore. You cannot just go and drive on a like crazy road knowing that this road will kill you. Let's be careful on how much risk we are taking for fame or for whatever reason. We have to be careful. You cannot just go and jump into Masai Mara Game Reserve or any game park knowing that the lion will bite you and you know for sure it will kill you and you're there. So guys, let's be very careful, and God bless you. Time to go take care of myself, because even now my nose is starting to to run. Guy, I have all these issues today. Why, Jehovah? I don't know. Today is not my day. Jesus. What is wrong with Betsy today? Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I need to take care of my stomach. I need to take care of my nose. I need to take care of everything else. God bless you. Woo, bye.